Hey fools, Big T here, and I'm back with another video. And this video is maybe going to be a little contentious, a little testy, not really. But it's about the latest Smash Brothers DLC, Byleth, being revealed, and people's feelings about that. And you guys know me, I'm not one to just outright dismiss somebody's opinions on anything. Now, I may question the strength of your argument in that opinion, or sometimes even your the validity of it, but I don't outright dismiss anybody's opinion, and I think to do so is not a discredit to that person, but a discredit to yourself. So we got Byleth, the reveal, and I must say, like, we've had some cool ass, just like really good, visually impressive, exciting Smash Brother character reveals, and this was one of the least, if not the least, exciting. And it should have been way more exciting because nobody had any idea. There was no leaks, there was no rumors, no strong ones anyway, about who this character was going to be. There was a lot of speculation, which happens all the time, but there was no person saying, "Oh yeah, I know this to be the case," and they had been right about stuff before or something like that. There was no issues like that. So you would think it would be more exciting. And the fact that it was just another Fire Emblem character stole some of that excitement. So how do I feel about it? Like, I feel it's okay to be disappointed. I feel like there's no issue or no problem with people being disappointed about this. Especially if you're someone who, say, bought the Fighter's Pass and you wanted all fighters to be strong, 5 strong characters. And I think for the most part, they are really good characters. Even characters that I don't care about. I don't care about Joker, but I think that's a strong pick. I can't think of anything else that would be not a strong pick. Hero from Dragon Quest, I think that's a great pick. I mean, I think these are all really good picks. And they're, for the most part, not Nintendo characters, which we thought was a trend, or Nintendo, we call it Nintendo IP based characters or anything like that. So we thought this was going to be possibly another third party character. And it's obviously it's not, and it's another Fire Emblem character. Now, for me, there are a lot of Fire Emblem representatives. They all have a similar look and feel to them. Yes, character or fighting wise or abilities wise or moves wise, they're different, but they just have that same similar aesthetic. And so, for me, I'm not overly interested, or I'm not overly excited about the move set, or what I possibly can or can't do with this character. To me, the excitement comes from the history of the character and the background of the character, and what this character means to gaming. So, where you have something like a Simon Belmont, Simon wasn't a DLC character, but what I'm saying, when you have characters like that pop up, like a Joker. Again, I'm not even a big fan of Persona. I like Shin Megami Tensei series. But I just think that character has an aesthetic. It has a background, a history with the fans that really works for it. And somebody like Terry Bogard, again, historically a strong character, being that he wasn't widely known. But if you're a strong fighting fan who were in the arcades all the time, you knew that it was all about Street Fighter, and it was all about Fatal Fury, aka King of Fighters characters and whatnot, and games. So those decisions made a lot of sense to me. And again, they were like third-party picks. They were exciting. Banjo-Kazooie was probably the most exciting, especially for me. I know it's not as exciting. They are not exciting for everybody, but again, historically, a big part of my N64 history, N64 being my favorite console of all time, and that being one of my favorite games of all time, and on that system, a series and characters that have been forgotten about by Rare, thanks to Microsoft. But that was very exciting. So when you're coming off of something like that, even if you're not a fan of Banjo-Kazooie, you get it. You get the history of it. You understand it. So coming off of that to getting a Fire Emblem character is kind of boring. It's kind of I don't want to say lame because that's not the best word I could use, but it doesn't. And the expectations as well. So expectations are also part of it. But the difference is there's being excited and or being disappointed and being upset and angry and vitriolic and wanting to hurt Sakurai or threaten him or anything like that. But there's also the other side of that, which I don't like. And I saw RGT85 video about it, and I've made this commentary when it comes to movies, but I haven't yet when it comes to video games, and I'm glad he did because it made me think, oh yeah, that's a problem with video games too. And we saw it recently with Pokemon, where there was a lot of vitriol and a lot of people being upset, where I can understand being upset a little bit more on a Pokemon side because things were taken away from the games, to being overly protective and being weird about protecting Game Freak and the developer. It just got really weird. And we love you. We appreciate you. They'll be fine. They hopefully, I don't know how much they make, but the company makes a lot of money. So hopefully the employees make a decent living. And they have a job that a lot of people would love to have. Maybe they don't have the skill set for, but they'll be fine. They don't need you going and creating Twitter therapy sessions for them. It's kind of strange, and that's what kind of was happening with Sakurai and whatnot on Twitter, because people will go off the deep end, and then other people will go off the deep end on the other end to protect him. So that stuff's strange, and I wish people wouldn't do that. But people are going to continue to do that because they have affinities and loyalties to brands and all that, and I get that. I do too. I'm not saying I don't, but I don't go that far when I see something that doesn't work for me. And again, I'm disappointed because it's a Fire Emblem character, another Sword character, and Banjo-Kazooie was exciting to me because I was actually thinking about the moveset of Banjo-Kazooie because the moveset is a big part of the games and the gameplay, and it just made me think of all that. And I was right on almost everything. Even down to the final smash, Jinjo. So I feel good about that. But that's why that made it exciting. With Fire Emblem characters is just not, to me, and to a lot of other people who haven't articulated this the same way, it's just not that exciting to see another purple-haired Fire Emblem character. So, and there's nothing wrong with purple hair. It's just that Fire Emblem characters have a certain look to them. And we have plenty of them already in the game, and so I think people just want something different, something more, Even if the character itself isn't great, like Banjo-Kazooie isn't a great character to fight with. I'm sure every character is if you really get down and learn them. So maybe if I put a little bit more effort into learning Banjo and Kazooie, I'll be better, and I'm going to do that. I really want to be good with them because I love those characters. So, with that, it's just like we wanted something a little bit different, a little bit stronger, a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Stand out. We wanted something a little bit more stand out than another typical Fire Emblem character. And is the character typical? I don't know. They may have a really good moveset. I mean, a lot of characters look really good when they're first revealed, and you go to play them and they're not what you thought they would be, and that's fine. I like the fact that a lot of characters are very different, but it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be upset to some degree, but being angry about it is strange. Yes, even if you paid for it ahead of time. I'm not with the idea of, you paid for something blindly, so whatever you get, you get. I'm not with that idea, but you did pay for something blindly, and you got to understand that you're not going to get exactly what you want through the whole thing. I pay, you pay for stuff ahead of time. I've paid for pizza and whatnot ahead of time, and I've taken the pizza home and I bit into it and I bit a screw and damn near chipped my tooth. Now, just because I paid for it ahead of time doesn't mean I should expect to bite into a damn screw. But you know, that's the type of thing that happens. You may be disappointed with something you pay for. That just happens. As long as they're doing their job, and Sakurai is doing his job, he is creating characters. As long as he's delivering on that, he didn't give you character blank man. You know, he didn't give you something that wasn't there. So he's fulfilling the quota that he's supposed to fulfill. It's okay to be disappointed in that specific character, but not angry about it. I think that's just strange. But anyway, that's my take on this thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Where are you? Are you on one of the fringes? Are you in the middle? Do you really not care? Now, I've seen, you know, videos and whatnot. This is the only reason I made this video, because I wasn't going to. I was going to kind of make a jokey thing. But I've seen people just trying to dismiss. Oh, is this another thing that people and Nintendo fans are complaining about? They're always complaining. This fan base is complaining about something, you know, the Zelda fan base, or the Pokemon fan base, the Mario. These little fan bases always have their little tips, and this is one of them. No, people can actually complain about something and have valid criticism to it, and I think it's valid to complain and to be disappointed, but not to be crazy and angry about it and wanting to bring harm to developers and other people. So that's my take. Thank you guys for watching and listening as always, and I'll see you fools next time. Peace out.